right, and we are live with the latest, I think it's like 7 Qeason of the season here with Dave SMICER. Smice.
Mid-season.
How's it going, you guys? We just played the Surfers and they beat us 3-1.
That was a close game. It could have went either way, lots of shots. But I think today we just played a good team game. And,
yeah, you guys are...
Got lucky.
You guys are playing as a good team, and the Russian connections firing on all cylinders,
all
right?
cylinders, always. We got them. They got them. They shoot, they score. That's what we like.
Right.
So that's why we hired the Russians.
What do you say? What do you say in Russian when like a line's going, when a team's going good? What do you say?
No, the line's
what do
line's hot,
like,
right? You're all connected.
When you're connecting, when you're like going good, like in English we say like you're firing or you're doing good. What do you say?
Firing all cylinders.
One line, I don't know his expression. So basically, there is nothing specific.
Very Russian answer. He's like keeping it all secret on us.
He's keeping it secret.
But you guys have a connection for sure. Like there's definitely like you can see where each other's are going and are playing the style, right?
Yeah, we had a slow start to the season, but as the team got going further and further, everybody stepped up their game today. We had a couple of guys that really just sacrificed their body in the end to keep the lead and get knocked down, got back up, knocked down again.
Yeah, we picked up a few penalties that definitely shot ourselves. But it was good. It was a good close game. 1-1 for a big chunk of it, and then 2-1 for the rest, and then a late 3-3-1.
Yeah, and you get that young kid on the side there, real quick guy. I couldn't keep up with him. I gave him a little hook and got caught.
Yeah. I bumped into one of your kids when he collapsed. So that's the problem with the kids in the league. But
no,
we have to know it's good, right?
Love to have them. They're great for the league.
They are quick, right?
Yep, and they're great for the league.
So what do you think about what's going on? How do you think? We'll talk a little bit about B.
Yep.
How's B going? You thinking so far?
B is wonderful this year. I mean, it's just perfect. We got a lot of new players. I was injured for a season and had to take a season off. I come back, I only know 50% of the players.
Right.
But the ones I do know are the good ones. Right, Derek?
I don't know about that, but it's good, right? It's good. It's really good, competitive.
Good competitive. Every team is, on any given night, any team can win the game. And it's always, the shots have been pretty even the last few weeks. And goalies have been great.
It's even enough that you can't rely on like just the good, like you have to use the guys that are experienced and kind of they have to get in the flow of the game. And they're all improving every game.
And everybody's into the game. You know, even the slower guys are still in the game because you got a little extra time, that extra second to think that you wouldn't have a B or an A.
Yeah, that's
that extra second.
That's the best thing, to be able to like look up, actually make hockey plays.
Yeah, you take that time, you get a little sec to look around and look for your own player, and away you go. So it's really been fun for me.
Yeah, I talked to Jason Ford, one of the patriarch of the Ford family, and he was saying it's just the most fun he's had in years. So
yeah, well, he's got like four sons and himself, so 5 people playing in the league, one family, and I can remember those days, and it's fantastic to be playing with your kids. It's just a great thing.
Right. Yeah, it's been pretty good. So what about in A? We got the 3 teams, and they're as tight as a duck's butt too, right?
Well, I don't think that I've seen that the league as fast in the last few years as these guys are now. There's a few guys there that there's just the rocket ships, and rocket ships with the puck. I mean, they can take the puck at full speed, and just it's been some beautiful hockey to watch, and some really good defense and defensemen, and it's been and stellar goaltending. I mean, the goaltending in the A division and the B division has been stellar the whole season.
Well, you can see it in the scores, right? Like there's very few 7-1, 8-1, or 8-8 game. There might be a 10-1 when one team's just better than the other,
but it's better luck.
But there's very few like 9-7s or anything like that, right?
Yeah,
like
there's very few.
A lot of 1-0s,
2-1s, 2-1s, 3-2s. Close games, and you look at the score, and if you look at the scoring leaders, they're all close. There's a lot of people with a lot of points from different teams. So it's been good.
It's been really good.
And every team in the A division is 3 or 4 the top lines, and when they go head to head, they're competitive. They want to win, and it's really good to see.
So I'm actually going to for now in principal at Blythe, I'm going to recruit off of this league. Like we're making a video and stuff, and the young guys and be like, hey, if you're Canadian, you got to do your 2 years to get your teaching certificate. If you're a new grad, come here, set you up in a place, go play hockey. Like I played 4 times this week.
Absolutely.
Right? Like if you want to play hockey, there's probably no better place, right? And if you imagine if you're like a decent guy, I think we add another layer of like 24-year-old kids from Lethbridge that have just graduated from university.
Yeah. No, it was great. It was great for the league. The more players we have and playing in the shopping mall, play it in the middle of the desert, it's just exceptional. And you make a really good tight bonds with the teams and that you play with. Change them up every 6 months, and keeps everybody getting in the loop. It's been great, and it is great.
So one thing with the expansion of the league that I want to talk to you a little bit about
Sure.
was the late nights. This Tuesday game starts at 8:55. Are you managing? We all have to work in the morning.
Yeah, well, actually, for me, because on Tuesday night I have to work till about 7:30. So if it's an 8:55 game, I might be able to make one or two.
Right.
But it's everybody only has a couple of them, and you just forge ahead. I'd rather be playing late than not playing at all.
That's a spirit. Yeah, it's just sometimes like I find that night if I go to bed and I kind of get set, I'm okay. But if if my mind's racing, before I know it, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm in trouble. Right.
Sleep the next night.
Yeah, that's it. The next day I plan nothing. I just do everything.
Yeah.
But so what do you think? Going forward, if you were to predict, what do you think the play? Like we're at halfway point. Every team seems to be gelling. Like the hockey's getting better.
Yes.
B's getting some strategies. A just looks like I figure A. I was saying to somebody, I said I think A is like if you were at like a mid-sized Canadian town, and you were like a good men's senior level, that would be, that's about as good as a recreational hockey as you'll see in any sort of big city in North America, right?
Oh yeah, no, the hockey here, these guys are good players. I mean, they're high elite players, even for a men's team. Some of these guys have a skill set that's just beyond the average. But they're good. They're good.
And the other day on the A game I was watching, there was I think 9 different nationalities on the ice between the goalies and the players.
Exactly.
Like it's crazy, right?
That's another advantage of playing hockey over here. You get to meet people from everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere, and you got some females playing. I think you got a girl in your team, and and we have a girl in our team. So it's not just restricted in the B. It's not just restricted to.
Kristen's our enforcer. She takes people out. She doesn't mess around. I love it. And that's the thing too. Like I said, I think like recruiting couples. Like if you're you and the wife play hockey and you're teachers and. And come over here and.
Well, if you got kids, right? You got kids and who are into hockey. There's a kids program here for them, and they can play a couple times a week in a city that's a lot safer than a lot of North American cities. So they bring the whole family. Look at the Ford family, 5 players, five players from one team. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, they're all
family affair.
Yeah, and they're all loving it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you think going into the playoffs and stuff? Who do you think is going to be?
No, I have no predictions.
No predictions.
The playoffs are a different animal. You play games and you get up for games and you get up for different teams and it's a good high spirited game. But in the playoffs, it's a different ball game. You get guys that raise their level up and. You can be a 4th place team, and it's happened often in our league. A 4th place team wins it all many times. So there's no predicting the playoffs.
And with those semifinals, it's one game. All it takes is a little bit of puck luck, and who knows, right?
And also, we talked about the great players in the A, and there are great players, but we don't see their top level until the playoffs come out, and then the guys ratchet it up at 2 or 3 notches and say, who the hell is that player, right? And where did he come from? And then you realize, he's been in the league all along. But the playoffs is a different animal. So I can't predict, and I don't think you can predict who's going to win the playoffs here. There's no way.
No, I don't.
And a lot of it depends. Goaltending is hot or cold, like you say. One bounce, one game, one bounce, and you're done. So. Yeah.
There's and now with the goalies, there's 5 or 6 top level goalies. There's not a goalie you don't have to.
No, everyone's a good goalie. So there's no easy games.
All right, man. Well, I'm about to hop on a plane to Sri Lanka. I'm off for the week, and
excellent.
It's good. What are you guys? Are you guys caught up to them yet? You're close, right? I think you're still bottom, but the Shredders, and then we're falling back to the Shredders, and then the Nomads might have a little bit of space.
Well, there's only 3 or 4 points between the 4 teams. So and again, that really doesn't make much difference. So we're playing hockey for fun. We're having a great time. We're a great team, passing the puck around, getting better every day, every game. So we're happy to be where we are.
Awesome, buddy. All right.
You take care. Thanks a lot.
Thanks
for the interview.
Remember, keep your head up and your stick on the ice.